Was now that we are transitioning into new positions, what are you going to do with your position? And that was a written assignment, right? So I was like, I know we're supposed to write it, but I got an idea. So we're back to asking God, okay, God, put it all together for me. I got talent. I just got transitioned into a new position. How can I incorporate my God-given talent into my new position? So this is the what, right? My goal in life is to serve God with being an agent of change. That's in our mission statement, right? So with us being an agent, a change agent, I present myself as an example of exhibiting Christian character, right? And providing interventions of hope and transformation to those who consider themselves lost, tired, or weary. I choose to be the bridge and the safe ground that allows one to find freedom of their spirit to release their broken souls, to claim a newness onto their lives, and then become a oneness with God. So when I had this goal in mind, what happened was I said, okay, God, I am your servant. My job is to deliver. And I found women and men was, with meeting them in different encounters. They was like, I don't go to church. I don't feel like going to church. I had church hurt. They had a whole bunch of church stories. So I said, well, there's so many lost souls that I found as I encountered my walk of daily life. And I said, wow, this is so sad because I felt the pain when I, approached them. And I said, wow, God, what can I do with that? Well, if I find a safe space that they can come speak and let their souls out, well, maybe if I can lead by example, because I'm a woman of God, I love God, I accept Christ as my Lord and Savior. Mm-hmm. So if I can lead by example, and I'm smiling because God does it for me. Right. If they see me keep walking, and I'm rising as I'm walking on my daily walk, maybe I can encourage them that they can seek God too. That church is not always hurt. Maybe it was just the wrong church. Maybe it was just the wrong pastor. Maybe they just had things going on that just was not for you. Because if you have a place that you can go that's for you, then you can feel like something. You can feel good energy. You can stand upright instead of crouching down, right? Instead of being on your knees, right? So I said, I had the thoughts, and this is my thing, signs, miracles, and wonders. God showed me something. I asked him, and he delivered on every promise that I asked him. So this was my first vision from the first assignment that my pastor gave to me. So I went in my garage, and I asked my friends, could you please help me clean it out? Because I had mounds of stuff. He cleaned that thing out, and 2 weeks straight, every single night, it was raining. I didn't care. I was out there. And I put it together. I said, this right here is a room of a safe space, safe ground, where a person can come in and let their heart run free. So then also what he gave me was a business plan. He woke me up at 6:47 in the morning. He said, wake up and write. I said, Lord, what am I writing? Just write. Wake up and write. You're writing your business plan. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. So he had a communication with my brain, which automatically went through my arms and got to my thumbs. And so now I'm on my phone in my notes section just typing. I had a full business plan in 15 minutes.
Wow.
And I proudly present the Charge Room. The mission of the Charge Room is to provide a safe platform with supportive interventions to encourage one to experience freedom within the mind, the body, and the spirit, while bringing forth a newness and a choice to become of oneness with God. Now, this is the disclaimer.
Come on here.
The Charge Room is for all who choose to allow themselves to make the decision to make the decision. You have to stand up for yourself. Let go of the person that you was years ago, right? You gotta forgive yourself of your past mistakes.
Come on.
You gotta take off your mask that cover your dim lights.
Hey.
You gotta become encouraged.
Hey.
You gotta learn the impossible, that it is possible with God. Learn to position your posture to live and not die. Because we are in a living place right here. Become confident to learn. Giving up is just not an option. Learn to clap for yourself and win. This is a safe ground. This is a no judgment zone here. We have intervention and strategies. We have a Charge Room website. Now on this website, you're going to get some help. We're going to stomp out this depression here. Because whether you know it or not, getting up every day, always on the hustle and bustle, doing the same routine all the time, going. It seems like there's no stop. And every time you keep going, something is slapping you in the head, pulling your back down, dropping you to your knees, right? Then you're dragging yourself the same way you're getting up doing the hustle and bustle, right? So you're doing this, right, every day. But then there's that time that you sit still. You sit very still. And when you sit still, everything slowly oozes down, out from your ears.
Recap,
Your neck twisting and turning and aching. You can't sleep at night. You can't eat properly. Your stomach starts feeling away. And you're like, well, what's wrong? What's wrong? You're not living. That's what's wrong. You're not living. You just existing. Right? We're not here to exist. God gave us power inside of us.
Come on here.
God said, let's do this. Get up. He woke you up. When you wake up, it's an opportunity. An opportunity to do it over and get it right. You don't have time to sit back and go, oh, this is what's going on today. There's no complaining because God woke you up.
Come on here.
On our website, we're going to have memberships. We have the bronze, the gold, the platinum, and the change
Level.
project.
Level here.
Now, with the bronze membership, you're going to have website access. And the website access gives you daily motivation, daily inspiration. You know how sometimes people come on Facebook and just vent? Vent with somebody with a purpose.
That's what I said.
Vent with a purpose. Don't just vent. Vent with somebody that can give you a purposeful response. Let's talk about it. So, the bronze give you daily motivation. You get a free consultation because that's a little assessment so you can put it together. That's when you make the decision to make the decision. You're going to have self-high time. That's that one-on-one session where we start putting it all together. Then you have group sessions. They're going to be called pajama jams. They're going to be 10 o'clock at night. So we're going to be chilling on them, expressing ourselves. Then we have the goal. Again, with the web access, the daily motivation, you have the free consultation, the 2 self-high times, 2 group sessions. And this is a month, guys. Then the platinum, you get the daily motivation, free consultation, Again, that's the assessment over your life. 4 one-to-one sessions and 4 group sessions. So then we have the Change Project. The Change Project is a 90-day plan. Now this 90-day plan is something serious for me. Because I found myself in a place where I didn't want to talk to nobody. I didn't want to move. It was dark. It was dreary. I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. And I was asking God, God, help me with something. Because I just couldn't function. I couldn't even feed my son. And I said, God, help me. I know there's something. So with that 90-day plan I developed, because I always use myself first in any system that I develop.
Right.
So as I put myself through this system, I said, I had to title it. Every 90 days I have a title, and that first title for me was called The Awakening. I wanted to awaken my spirit because I was half dead. So that was the awakening. So I created this plan. It's a day-to-day monitoring system that's designed to educate you, encourage you, and to guide the how-to of learning strategies to awaken and reactivate the mind and restore the soul. Because a lot of times people, when you're going through something, people go, oh, well, just go do this and go do that. But they don't say how.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't give you the instructions, but not only that, every person is different.
Yeah.
Case by case.
It's a case-by-case scenario. Nobody's life is the same. Yeah, it may be some things the same and it's different players, but guess what? It's not the same. You may feel uncomfortable sometimes. We all go through these feelings, but it's just not the same for everybody.
Right.
So that's what the consultation is for, is designed just for you. Then it's a detailed counting system, and it's going to be with a supportive book and a workbook.
Nice.
And that will allow you to have that experience and you can measure your outcomes.
That's good.
So phase 1 is the awakening. This phase you will establish your identity, your character, your validity. What skills do you have? What developmental process, what kind of mindset are you in? Identify where you are in life and where you want to go. And the outcome of this awakening stage, you have to make the decision to say, I want blank in my life right now.
Yeah.
So you're going to make the decision to make the decision. Is everybody with me?
Yes.
So phase 2 is the plan development. Where are you? Because now that you went through a phase. Now you're identifying all of these new things about you. Some things you had hidden so deep and 8 foot underneath your feet. You're pulling stuff off of you. You're now becoming free. Your free spirit. Your mind is changing now. So your where you are from phase 1 is going to be different from phase 2. Your strength. Now you're going to find out how strong you are. Right? Your vulnerability. So many people are scared to be vulnerable. They don't want anybody to know that they're vulnerable. No. Be vulnerable with yourself.
Yeah.
Be free with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Tell yourself the truth. Because if you tell yourself the truth, you'll have a better idea what to do with yourself. Like I said, be honest. And this is a big one here. Release control of self.
What?
People have so much gotta have control over something. Right? Let it go. Let it go. You're getting in your own way. You are not allowing your true blessing to show up. You have to tell the truth about yourself. Be honest. Things that you lied about because you were too ashamed to let anybody know for years upon years upon years. Tell the truth to yourself first. Forgive yourself first. Apologize to yourself first. Make it happen, and then you're going to find out where you truly want to be. Phase 3, this is the change project. You will be assigned to a mentor or a coach. So you don't have to go on Facebook and vent. Because nobody is going to give you constructive criticism back. So we're going to have purposeful conversations.
Purposeful conversations.
We're going on that 90-day journey. We are counting, baby. Day 1. Day 1 has a title. Everything has a title.
Yes.
Let it have meaning. What does this day mean to you?
Yeah.
We're going to talk about it in the weekly sessions. How you're coming along. Your evaluation process. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
We're also going to have an events calendar. The events calendar will have workshops, conferences, retreats in the community, city, and state near you.
All right.
So this is the future. The future plans of the Charge Room. The ultimate goal of the Charge Room is to embody the world with a plethora of supportive interventions from worldwide, on-site locations, and online to have safe zones for you. Safe zones that you can get free of your mind, free of your body, your soul, your spirit, and also learn to have a oneness with God. So with this, you have to make a choice through this metamorphosis, this journey from despair to freedom, right? We're freeing our spirits triumphantly while identifying our true self and becoming a oneness with God. This is my favorite scripture for this change project in this charge room. Do not be conformed to this age, but be transformed by renewing of your mind, so that you may discern what is good, pleasing, and perfect to the will of God. Romans 12:22. Now when I read this, I had to break it down line by line. Do not be conformed to this age. Don't be stuck.
Come on.
Get out of your own way. Receive the blessings that you have already been ordained to do. You're not catching up to the position. You're just playing over here.
Right.
There's a position that God anointed every single one of us. He has skills, talents for every single one of us. Stop playing around and find out what it is. Everybody has a job. Start there. What are you good at? Ask yourself, self. Self. What y'all good at? All right? So it's like, find out what you're good at and start there. Do you know that you can capitalize on everything that you do? Because God is an awesome God. He said we are supposed to prosper in our season. But you have to prepare for that.
Yes.
You have to identify who you are, right? So then, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. That but got people stuck. Because guess what? To be transformed, that's process. You know how many people don't like process? They just want the microwave action. That instant gratification. I need it right now, right? It's process here. Sometimes it just takes a little bit longer. And you gotta have patience, right? So with having patience, you gotta learn things. You're gonna be uncomfortable. You're gonna be irritable. And you're gonna be like, oh, what's that? Why do I have to do that? How about this? We are all agents of change. Because God gave all of us gifts and talents.
Come on here.
So you gotta go through that process. Day by day, by day, by day.
Yeah.
And then you keep going. Why? Because there's a promise at the other end for you.
Come on with the emphasis.
So that you may discern what is good. What is good and pleasing to God?
Yeah. Yeah.
The way that you're behaving every day, is that good and pleasing to God?
Yeah.
You know God comes first, right?
Yeah.
And then it's you, right?
Right.
Okay, so that means you got to get out of God's way. That means you have to get out of God's way. Because there's so many times we go through things, right? And what happens is that, let me see how I can do this. Let me figure it out. And everybody starts churning and putting all their stuff in a recipe bowl, and they just churning and churning and churning. And
This ain't look right.
what is this? You done made a mess.
Right.
You made a what?
You made a mess. All that. Let me tell y'all something.
Come on and tell it.
When you step back,
Yes.
and because God will tell you, have several seats. Because he told me a whole bunch of times, look, have several.
Several.
Sat down.
Not one, not two. And
Several.
down. Several seats.
Right.
Should have been sat down.
Y'all playing with this thing.
Yeah, it's the truth.
Because God makes it easy for us.
Makes it easy.
He makes it easy for us if you just listen and be obedient.
Come on.
If you just hear his voice, the tone, over all the noise, over all the temptations.
Yeah.
When you can stand in the room and say, no, not today.
But come on, that's a good space. Yeah.
I can't do that.
I got things to do.
Right.
You have to listen to that voice. That tone is a special tone.
Yeah.
And he comes into your ear and he commands in order. He commands in order. I said to myself, I said, okay, so I need to change something because something is not flowing right. I was mixing on my own recipes because I know I'm smart. I know I could do it. But I was in my own way. I was in my own way. And God said, no music, no TV for 6 months.
Oh.
Come on here.
I said, what?
Yeah.
Music, I like music. But the purpose of that was I had to learn how to hear God's voice in a loud room. I had to learn how to, because you know, they set it up
Set up.
Yeah.
to be exactly what you want, exactly how you like it, exactly how that look.
Come on here.
Like that, ooh, that's it right there.
Right there.
Nah, baby. Nah, baby, you gotta listen. Did God say do that?
Ooh, come on.
Did God say do that? Everything I do, I ask God first.
Yeah.
Come on.
I ask God first. I said, God, and I mean anything. Anything.
Yeah.
God, is this what's pleasing to you?
Come on.
And I have to listen to what he say. I pray every day. Since I got baptized in 2007, the first time, our church, we fast and prayed every Wednesday. I fast and prayed every single Wednesday since 2007.
That's beautiful.
And since I did it, my life has balance. So when it gets the turbulent, it's rough, it's not so rough because he delivers a responsible answer. He opens a door for me to say, here, Eliasa, this way out. Don't get stuck in that room.
Right.
It may look like
Yeah.
what you want. It may sound like
Come on.
what you want. It may act like
Come on.
what you want.
What you say?
It may smell like what you want, but it is not what you want.
Come on here.
God will touch you in a way like, ooh, back that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see you.
It's on
That's
your
not it. You're not listening to me. You're not being obedient.
Yeah.
You're not being obedient here. So I learned through those 6 months of no TV,
Wow.
no music,
God.
that I can walk into any room of temptation and say, the God I serve
Yeah.
said no.
Uh-huh.
Come
Your
on.
charge.
The God I serve said no. No. So that good, pleasing, and perfect will of God comes through
Yeah. Yeah.
if you take time out and tell the truth to yourself.
That's where it
Your
starts.
truth.
If you take time out and forgive yourself.
Yeah.
If you take time out and hug yourself and say, self, it's okay. You're going to mess up. Because guess what? God is a forgiving God. You have to forgive yourself.
Really do.
So if you can take off those masks that you've been wearing for so many years. Sometimes that good old Vaseline work. That soap and water, that ivory.
Yeah.
Remember that back in the days?
Ivory.
That pure 99% ivory. Some Vaseline. Sometimes you just gotta make yourself plain and basic stuff, you
Basic,
know?
natural.
Because, you know, technology got something going on in the videos and everybody hide, they just turn that. That microwave light is not working, baby. This is not working. God said, listen to me and be obedient.
That's what he said.
And he will give you all the desires of your heart. He will press it down for you. He will run it over. He will shake it for you. Because he said, I deliver on my promises. And let me tell you how this charge room is a deliver on my promise, because he woke me up at 6:47 a.m. and said, write your plan. So for the past 6 weeks, I've been working.
Yes, yes, and I know it.
I have not slept in almost a whole month. Because he wakes me up in the middle of the night and says, start writing. He put power in my hands to start writing. He said, your hands will be feeling like fire. And I couldn't understand it. I said, God, what's going on? Why my hands are so hot?
Charge.
Because I came to meet him
Yeah.
in a place where I let go of everything that I had. I took all authority off of my life and said, God, you do it.
Yeah.
You do it.
Wonderful.
So he saw me on the ground, crunched up, rolling in tears. He saw me when I sat down and I felt like I just couldn't get up. He saw me and I said, God, I don't feel like eating. But he said, get up, daughter. I'm here for you. He said, you don't have to crawl. I'm sending you angels.
Yeah.
My angels reach out and touch me every single day. And they help me stand up. So I can stand up because God has sent a person through the vehicle of him to say, this is me, God. that person is working through God's commands. He brings it together for you because he did it for me. And I stand up here in confidence of every step that I take because I walk in my truth every single day, no matter how much it hurts. I will never lie to myself.
Yeah.
And sometimes we think about stuff and say, God, I don't know. But guess what? There's no emotion. I learned to put no emotion in front of God. No emotion. Because he's going to do it.
Yeah.
So I thank God for coming into this church.
Yeah.
Having me sit in that chair. Watching everything like it's a movie screen. He said, sit and study, daughter. Study everybody in the room. Know your purpose. Know what you have to add to this ministry. Work your plan that I gave you, daughter. That he woke me up 6:47 in the morning. So I'm here today